If you sit over here,
I don't want to.
but I might not be able to do the show with you on my lap.
Stay over here.
All right, you can stay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. I'm Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you. I don't know how long I'm with you. I don't know. I'm with you though for a little bit. Um, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I don't want to talk about abortion no more. I don't want to talk about abortion again. Um, People feel how they feel. People gonna do what they gonna do, and it's not something that I necessarily want to discuss. So I don't, and this is weird. This is awkward, little baby. This is awkward. Don't you want to sit right here? You'll be right next to me.
Mm-mm.
You will. You'll be next to me. Good afternoon. Come on in and say hi. Come in and say hi. Um, I got a little gas today. Feeling a little clingy. She's feeling clingy today. That's not funny. Um, I don't want to talk about abortion today. You know where you are. You know where you stand and how you feel. If you want to talk about it, you can call me and I'll talk about it. Well, I don't really have a whole lot to discuss today. I've been busy all day. I did check out the Lincoln Ware show, of course. Still love the Lincoln Ware show. I like the guy. He's funny. He's hilarious. And it's just an entertaining show. But I don't no don't even play into that, Cedric. I'm trying to get her to move. I'm trying to get her to move, and she won't want to move. Let's talk about black radio station giving the police the green light to go after black kids. Look, I honestly believe that people. I just say this. I just say this. There was a certain person that used to sell water there and pretend that they were doing it for uh, charitable reasons. They're not there anymore, and there's some young people there doing it now. I don't think it's coincidence that somebody sick the police on the young people because they not there anymore. I don't think that's coincidence. Um, but that's just what I think. I don't have anything to prove that. I don't have anything to prove that, but it is what I think. Um, and that's that. I don't believe it's accidental that police are messing with people who took somebody's corner from them. If kind of old school 90s drug talk. You took my corner and you're going to have some problems. I ain't going to do nothing, but I can sick people on you and they can do something. That I don't like. Um, I do understand Lincoln Ware and his don't you want to sit over here?
Yeah.
Awkward. It's a nice space. I cleared it out for you. I even moved that. I'll bring it closer. Don't you want to sit there? Oh, okay. Um, but I understand. People support their friends, and I mean that makes sense. If you my friend, I'm probably gonna back you up. I'm probably gonna back you up. So that makes sense. But uh you believe that D can be that bad, but you don't believe the kids can be bad. Never said I don't believe the kids can be bad. Both things can be happening at the same time. When did you hear me? And I just, he must be your friend. That's the only thing I could, because you tell me, when did you hear me say anything about the behavior of the young boys? When did you hear me say anything about the behavior of the young boys? That's my question. Cedric, it's a legit question, and I'm waiting on the answer. What did I say about the behavior of the young boys for you to ask that question? Just so y'all, I know y'all, and I'm waiting on the answer to the question. I'm waiting, Cedric. Well, I typically like to believe in the goodness of kids. Yes, I do. But no, again, I didn't say anything about the behavior of the young people over there. I don't know. Well, I drive by them all the time, and they never give me any problems. Told you I'm up there. Well, y'all don't know where the church is, but the church is in that area that I go to. So I'm up there 3 times a week. I pass by them 3 times a week at least. And I don't see the problems that were discussed, but that don't mean that they don't exist, because I'm just driving by. But I don't see the problems that they talked about. But if there is problems, sicking the police on people because they took your corner just seemed foul to me. It just seemed foul to me. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And I know Lincoln Ware, he's gonna support his friends. That's why he riding so hard for PG. And I like PG, but there's a good chance PG might go down. I hope not. I hope not. But there's a chance. In all honesty, I don't root for anybody, black or white. Well, okay, I can't say that because I am kind of rooting for uh some bad stuff to happen to Donald Trump. So I can't say I never root for bad stuff, but I very rarely ever root for bad things to happen to anybody, whether you my friend, whether you my enemy. Now, if you my enemy, I look at you and I think probably some bad stuff gonna happen to you because the reason you my enemy is because you did something bad. Because I don't typically have enemies, and I'm expecting something bad to happen to you because I kind of believe in that. I don't want to say karma, but you do something bad to people, something bad probably gonna happen to you, and so I kind of keep my eyes open because I expect it to be happening. But yeah, yeah, I I don't wish bad on people, but it kind of looked bad for PG. It looked bad for PG, but we'll see. We'll see. But even if you my friend and you do bad or you get caught, oh, I don't wish bad on you, but whatever happened, happened, and you probably brought it on yourself. So, why are they acting like it's the only corner to sell water on? I don't know. I don't know. If that's true, it is bad, but shouldn't we have proof before we go that far to accuse a man of sicking the police on kids? Um, well, I don't know that what I did was an accusation. I just say, I said I don't know it to be so, and I don't have any proof, but it sounds reasonable. It sounds reasonable. And having an idea of the character of that person, eh, it sounds like it could be the case. But I don't know that to be the case. I don't know it to be the case. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, though. Not at all. Not at all. If PG goes down, are you gonna put money on his books? No, 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 no. Lincoln will, but I will not put money on his books. Look, y'all think I'm joking when I say this. If PG goes down and ends up going to jail, you ready to get up? If PG goes down and ends up going to jail, I'm Lincoln to definitely be putting money on his books. But I really think we gotta kind of surround Lincoln and make sure Lincoln don't do nothing to himself. And y'all think I'm joking, but Lincoln loved that man. Lincoln loved that man. And I don't know. I don't know what he might do to himself. Good afternoon, E Man. Will you post a video of you working on the moped? Uh, Probably not. I was thinking about it. Well, I might because I do have another camera. Because I don't typically this camera stays right there. This camera stays where it is, but I do have another camera that I could set up and record. So maybe. And I think I'm supposed to be getting my gas tank in today. So that'll give me an opportunity to do more work on it. That'll give me an opportunity to do more work on it. Yeah, Uncle Lincoln got that cover. Uh, Even the people who beg for money off the exit managed which corner they're going to work. I saw some people. This is a, it was kind of funny, even though it's kind of sad. Up here on Mitchell and Spring Grove. It's not every day that I see them up there, but there's a, they work their corners around here. There's the corner where Mitchell and 75, there's somebody on each of the exits. Then you go up to what, Kennard and Mitchell, there's somebody on that corner. Then you go up to Mitchell and Spring Grove, there's somebody kind of in that median on that corner holding the sign. One day, I want to say it was a Saturday, but it might not have been. There was another group of people up there, and they were collecting their signs, were big and vibrantly colored, like a fluorescent neon green or whatever. And they said that they were collecting for some kid had cancer or something like that. It was like 3 or 4 of them. And they were like, we're collecting for this kid who's got cancer. But the homeless dude, which I don't believe none of those people are homeless. I don't believe any of them are homeless. I don't give to them. I hope, that they just scamming people, but I don't believe that they're homeless. I really don't. But if well, so anyway, the homeless dude was there. The people showed up with this kid got cancer, and it almost broke into a fight because the homeless dude was trying to take their sign, like, y'all trying to take over my corner. And the people were giving money instead of giving it to the, how did you do it? I don't know. Take it off. How you take it off? I don't know. Oh, it says that there's an update required. You can't play that. You got to download an update for that. There you go. It's gonna download. There you go. It's gonna download that update. But while it download that update, don't you want to sit over here? Oh, you push the button. Now you can't see when the download is done. Anyway, they was trying to take the signs because okay, yeah, you see it. Because they were giving money to the people who were collecting for cancer instead of the homeless dude. And he was getting furious. So it almost broke into a full-fledged fight, but it was like 4-on-1 or 5-on-1 or whatever. So he kind of backed down and, just stood out there with his sign. But people will fight you over their corner. people will fight you over their corner. They will. The highway. I've seen a couple of near altercations on these corners up here. Yeah, cancer dude got out hustled that day. I don't know. I didn't see his sign. Oh, don't talk about his phone. He'll take it away from you. He'll bully. Oh, I'm not gonna take the phone away. I'm not gonna take the phone away. I don't I don't see a problem with, but again, like I said, I don't give to the homeless people that I see with their little signs because I don't believe most of them are homeless. And I've seen enough to believe that they scamming. So if I believe you scamming, then I'm not giving you nothing. If I honestly believe they were homeless and I carried cash, again, that's the other issue is I don't carry cash. I don't carry cash. Right now in my pocket, I think I might have $3. I think I might have $3. But that's because somebody gave me some cash not too long ago. Well, actually, oh, it was when did I go and do that Cincinnati Night Live? That was like a month ago. So somebody gave me like $23 a month ago in cash. And I think I still got three of the dollars from that because I just don't spend cash. I don't spend cash. And the homeless dudes on the corner, a lot of them have a dog. And I'm thinking, if you out there struggling, you can't eat, and you got to rely on me to give you spare change to eat, why you got a dog? The dog got to eat too. So now you just doubled your, no, that's not, uh-uh. You can't take care of you, but you got a dog. What if the homeless guy or girl say they take Cash App or Venmo? You got them. If they take Cash App or Venmo, then they ain't got no business being homeless. How you got a Cash App or a Venmo if you homeless? I'm sorry, I just don't trust them. I just don't trust them. Oh, you want to give my Cash App? You got a Cash App. Let me see that balance on your Cash App. That's what I would do. Let me see the balance on your Cash App. You got thousands of dollars on your Cash App. Yeah, no. I just don't trust them. That's it. What else going on? They about to do another one of these hearings. Oh, hold on. Somebody calling me. Let's take a call. Welcome to the afternoon experiment.
Good afternoon, Emanuel. This is Brent down in Dallas. How are you doing today?
Brent, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Hey, just wanted to first of all just say that hey, you and Wyatt are doing a great job. I love the dynamic between you two. Even though a couple of callers got a little long-winded, especially that dude that is still pissed that you did not remember his name.
I'm glad I missed a good portion of his call. When I walked away, he was calling me an idiot. And I would have said something, but y'all, my little network was acting up. But I'm enjoying it as well. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna have a conversation with Wyatt about calls don't necessarily have to last until they just absolutely have run out of words.
And it was almost like a party line back in the day. People just hanging on and like, oh, is she still there? Yes, she's still there.
Yeah,
like, oh, well.
I was like, and I mean, I like Mary. Mary was like, hey, thank God Emanuel's there. But after a while, I was thinking, why is Mary still on the line? Like Mary said everything Mary had to say, But yeah, we'll have a talk about call management.
But that's good. But what I wanted to focus on, I didn't get a chance. I was, out ripping and running yesterday during the show. but I'm a little disappointed in you.
And me?
You know, in you, yes.
What?
Because I saw some of your Facebook posts and you were talking about, what was that, the BET Music Awards or something like that on Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Is that what was going on?
Yes.
Okay, so how is it that the founder of Hawaiian Valley Wrestling Association was watching the BET Music Awards and not the AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view? I'm upset.
Look. I wanted to watch the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, but Mrs. Livingston wanted to watch the BET Awards, and I was gonna just kind of switch back and forth, but she outranked me. She said what she wanted to watch, and that's what we ended up watching. And yeah, that's what it was. But I looked at
if the missus was an excuse, okay, that's definitely a reasonable excuse. So
yeah, she won this time. She won this time. She put her foot down, and you pick your battles. Pick your battles.
Right. Yeah, but if you get a chance to go back and watch it, it was a pretty good pay-per-view, even though they had a bunch of injuries.
Yeah,
they had some of the
I watched
New Japan guys that
I watched a few of the like WrestleMania and What Culture. I watched some of the kind of recaps, and it seemed like it was really good. But yeah, those few injuries. Apparently, Cesaro coming over there was exciting, and but yeah, I missed it.
Oh yeah, and what was it? The match between Orange Cassidy and oh goodness, Ospreay. That was a good match.
Let me ask you this:
even though Orange Cassidy, yeah,
do you believe that AEW? I mean, clearly it's a viable alternative to WWE right now, but do you believe it has staying power?
It all depends on if they keep the current model and don't try to go heads up against WWE.
Yeah.
They found their niche. They need to stay. They have like 7 cities that they go to. They're in Dallas area, I think Garland and Fort Worth, like every 2 or 3 months. If they keep that model and don't try to outspend WWE, because WWE has a worldwide audience in India and Nigeria and every place else. If they stay just where they are, if that's what they're satisfied with doing, they'll be just fine. And I know from I could only assume, I'll say that the wrestlers appreciate not being on the road 325 days a year.
Right.
That has to be great from a family like perspective. But yeah, just don't try to outspend McMahon. Well, he may not be around much longer.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that case comes out. But yeah, I just enjoy good wrestling, whether it's WWE, whether it's AEW, New Japan, MLW. There's a whole bunch of ones. When it's bad, I call it out as being bad. Yeah. When it's good, I'm like, oh yeah, that was good. Like the WWE, when they had the Hurt Business going on, the All Black faction, that was great, and they ended it way too soon.
They did. I agree. They ended it too soon.
But I didn't want to bore everyone else. I know not a lot of people, get down with the wrestling. So
hey,
even though they'll watch, sweaty men in tights fight in MMA and in boxing, and watch men hold people for a living in football, but yeah, they want to talk about wrestling. That's all right.
When they talk about how wrestling is fake, but they watching this gay show, P Valley, like this stuff is actually happening. Like it's scripted, it's fake, but it is what it is. All right, Brent. Hey, I appreciate your call.
All right, take it easy.
All right, that's Brent. Here we go. Here go the calls. Y'all know that wrestling is fake. DeAndre, what do you watch on TV? What do you watch on TV? You go to the movies ever? Because all of that is fake. All of it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not actually a Terminator sent from the future to kill. It's all fake. It's entertainment. Welcome to the afternoon experiment.
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel? This Key.
Hey, what's up, Key?
Oh, nothing much. Just calling, checking in, getting the getting the views up so everybody can watch and keep this channel going.
All right, what's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I had came in on the tail end of where you were talking about like the homeless people and how people were asking for money and begging and stuff like that. So what all were you could you kind of like recap what you were saying real quick about this? I can give you like two stories of my interactions with people on the street asking for stuff.
I was just saying, I don't necessarily believe that those people are homeless when they out there on the corner asking for money. I don't believe that they're homeless, and I typically don't give them money. Plus, I don't carry cash, so even when I moved, I can't give them cash because I don't carry cash. There was a young
Right.
lady out at the Thorntons on Redden Road, and she was saying, you know, they were collecting something so that their basketball team could do some traveling or something like that. And I wanted to give her money. She looked like a basketball player, you know, she was tall.
You
No,
a mess.
no, I'm saying she looked like a teenager, or you know, maybe 17, 18, but she was tall. She was kind of built like a, you know, basketball player, long arms, long legs, height on her and everything. And, you know, not necessarily exceptionally effeminate. So I was like, she probably is a basketball player and she probably does have a team, but I ain't got no cash. I can't give her no money because I don't have any cash. So, and she didn't have like some sort of digital way for me there you go. She didn't have some sort of, you know, oh, you still gonna stay here. She didn't have some digital way for me to give her money. So I couldn't give her no money, but I wished her the best.
Oh, okay. And I'm cracking up at you and your grandbaby. She said, "No, I'm not moving from this spot. This is my spot. You can't bribe me and tell me to go over there. No, I'm staying right here with you, Papa."
I'm just trying to get her to move over just a little bit.
But yeah, I had like an instance. Like one time I was going to work. This was like early in the morning, like 5 in the morning. This guy was walking around asking like everybody, did they have any change for him to get something to eat? And I would see him from the time I got was downtown at 5, and then when I would come back home from work, like 3, 4 in the afternoon, he still be walking around downtown. So one time he came up to me and asked me about something to eat. I said I don't have any money on me, but if you're hungry, here I got this. I think I had like a honey bun or something in my bag, and he was smiling like, no, thank you. Like you were saying, like sometimes you think they just asking for money for different stuff. They're not really hungry or they're not really homeless. They want money for other things.
Right.
And then it was another time I was at the Chipotle on the square, and you know how people stand right there. I don't know if you ever been to that one, but it's people that stand right there on the van side, right there by that pole, holding signs. So I was like, "What's going on?" or whatever. And I'm looking at the sign. And it was saying like basically something to eat. So I went in Chipotle, and then I had got the person something to eat from Chipotle, and had it loaded up with everything. And then I gave it to him. Don't you know he had the nerve to say, "Did you get anything to drink?" And I just looked at him like, "Is
He
you serious?
thirsty.
You ungrateful?" So, like you say, some people it's like you don't know if they hungry or what, or you just try to be nice to certain people or whatever, and then it's just like, okay, you really gonna do that and really being choosy about what somebody giving you, and instead of saying thank you, if you really hungry like you say you are. But yeah, that was just my like situation, like you said. Sometimes it do seem like people is just trying to get you, and you try to be nice and want to give people, but then some people mess it up for other people. So after he did that, I'm like, I just stopped getting people stuff because of that. He just rubbed me the wrong way. But that's all I had to say. That was my story. And like
All
I said,
right.
just calling in as support.
All right. Key, I appreciate you.
All right, I appreciate you. You enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
All right. That was Key. And this one ain't new, but I've adopted a new way to deal with it. You're in, for example, Walmart, and somebody comes up to you and they acting skills is on point. And they like, I just my car just ran out of gas and I'm from Dayton and I'm just trying to get back to Dayton and I just need a little bit of money just to put some gas in my car. If I can just get my new way of dealing with that, because I happen to have a gas can in my car. I was like, well, how about we do this? I would come on, get in, and we can go to the gas station. I'll get a gallon of gas, and then I can take you to your car and put the gas in, and then you got your gallon of gas. They never want to do that. They never want to do that.
Somebody text you.
They always, somebody text me. I saw. Thank you. They always just want the cash. They just want the cash. And it's they pretty good at it too. Because like the first few times I was like, oh man, that's unfortunate. You know, it was like y'all could have planned better. You know what I'm saying? You knew you was going here. You should have had enough gas in the car. But they acting skills be on point. Those acting skills be on point. Don't be putting them characters in your car, bro. I knew they wasn't going to get in the car because I recognize it as a scam. And if it really wasn't a scam, they would have said, well, because it's typically a woman. I'm not comfortable getting in the car with you, but if you can go get a gallon of gas and then bring it back, that would be fine. But they never say that. They just want the money. Like, no, I just take, if you just got a few dollars, like, no, but I can get you some gas because that's what you're saying you need. I can get you some gas and put it in your car. There was a guy I would see walking around with a fan belt. People soon got hip to his scam. Yeah. Pamela said, my husband passed by a person asking for money. A man in a suit walking by. Also, response was, not today, maybe tomorrow, and kept walking. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't scam people. Like they're actual. And I would imagine now if you like for real homeless and you in need, it's even much more difficult to get a little bit of money. It's much more difficult. Hold on, somebody, y'all talking about somebody look like they wearing a wig? $5 a gallon. I'm getting with you, E, man. I'll take a gallon. Well, this was before it was $5 a gallon. This is before it was $5 a gallon. There's a family that stands at the entrance of stores with signs. Their van is in the parking lot. Are you talking about over there? Because over there, I'm gonna say in Oakley, like if you're going to that Meijer or that Target or that Sam's, every once in a while, I'll see there's a family. There's a family over there. And I'll be thinking, man, them kids could be out somewhere playing. And y'all got them sitting there. Watch your head, little baby. And y'all got them sitting there hustling with y'all. Like, come on. I don't, you know how to put it in there? But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. On Ferguson Road, to be a Mexican man up at the Walmart. When you pull on Ferguson, he have his wife and kids out front. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Leave the kids out of it. Jason said, I be feeling bad when it's a family with kids, for the kids. But I feel bad for the kids. Like I said, that they could be out playing, but they got to sit there. I mean, I guess it's the family business. It's the family business. You know, when she get a little older and my setup get a little, she might have to run a camera. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing, then get over there and run that camera. Not right now. But yeah, so I guess it's the family business. It's the family business. I was on Mitchell yesterday at a gas station drive-through. Some guy asked me for some change. He said he was Joe Louis. I just gave him $1. Oh. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If you got, you know, but again, like I said, I don't carry a lot of cash. I don't carry a lot of cash. And just for the record, the young lady with the basketball team, if I would have had that $3 in my pocket, I would have gave it to her because I actually believed her. I believed her. She was a very nice young lady. She looked kind and friendly. And again, she looked like a basketball player. So I would have definitely, yeah, you're gonna have to keep that in there because it's gonna keep falling out. My phone don't work right on my phone. So you gotta figure out a way to hold that in. Otherwise, it's gonna keep falling out. Yeah, they gotta learn. They gotta learn. It's the family business. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Yes, that family is near Kroger in Oakley. I've even seen the mom in the store grocery shopping, and then she goes back to the family business. Because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. When I worked downtown, I would tell them I just gave another guy some money. I just tell them I ain't got no money, or I typically don't just ignore them. Which I mean, I theoretically I guess I could, but I don't do that because it feel rude. It feel rude to me. And they ain't did nothing to me, so I don't feel the need to be rude to them. But I genuinely don't be having no cash, and they seem to understand. Like, ain't nobody ever been like, "You got money." They just be like, "Okay, thank you," and then they'll open the door for me. I guess to try to make me feel guilty, like they actually putting in work. Let me get that door for you. Like, yeah, thank you. That's chivalrous of you, I guess. I don't know. That's nice. Like, but if you go try to get a job as a doorman somewhere, you do a good job opening the door. That's a skill. You could parlay that into something somewhere, maybe. But yeah, they always do that. They always do that. Not a flip phone. But my phone is shot. It is shot. Like the charger won't stay in. So you got to hold the charger in, and then you got to hold it a certain way. Because if you move the charger the wrong way, it don't charge. So yeah, it's a certain way you got to put it in, and you got to hold it, and you got to hold it a certain way. So it is shot. I'm looking for a new phone. I don't intend on paying $1,200 for no phone, and I'm not getting on no plan because I love my plan. I love my plan. My plan is a simple, straight, unlimited plan. I pay $30 a month, and if I get another person, it'll be $25 a month. So I pay $30 a month, unlimited, and that's that. $30 a month, unlimited. So I don't want to go get a new plan to get a new phone to just have a huge bill and still have to pay for that phone. So I'm looking for a phone. I'm looking like maybe for an iPhone X, an iPhone X. I'll probably get a refurbished one, which will save me probably about $800. Get a refurbished one, and that'll be that. But yeah, this phone is a little bad. See, the best place to feed the homeless is at the homeless shelter. The last Good Times episode is called End of the Rainbow, but it's not on YouTube. Here's a link on Daily Motion. All right, y'all swapping stuff. I see them coming, and sometimes before they can even say something, I ask them for $1. First time I ever did it was at the Dairy Mart in Walnut Hills. I flipped it on him, and he was speechless. He didn't even know how to respond to being asked for $1. I might try that. But see, that means I got to carry cash. Because if I do that, if I say, I said, hey, man, I'm on hard times. You got $1? Can I get $1? And then if he be like, yeah, here's $1, I'm gonna have to give him at least $5. Because if he willing to give to me, then I would be willing to give to him. So a part of me want to do that, but another part of me don't. Because then I end up giving everybody money. What kind of plan is that? Is what, $30 a month, unlimited? What do you mean? It's a regular old phone plan. I get that. Time for a new charger. I had the same problem. It ain't the charger, it's the phone. Now I could go in, I really could do this because it's not that difficult. That like how my screen is cracked and now my little charger port is bad. I could open it up. I've replaced the screen on this a few times, and I could open it up and replace the charger port as well. I could do that, but I'm gonna just go ahead and get a different phone. But I'm not a budget holic, if you want to call it that, sure. And I could buy a new phone. Like I have the money to buy a new phone, but why when I don't have to? I don't really use my phone like that. My phone is there, but I don't call a whole lot of people. A lot of people don't call me. My phone get more use when this little baby is here because she want to use the phone than it do any other time. So I just know I can't justify spending $1,200, $1,300 on a phone. I can't justify it. Just get an Obama phone and be done with it. A refurbished phone, yeah. As a matter of fact, and I'm not trying to promote them, but I'm just sharing information. At Micro Center, they have like a whole wall of refurbished phones, so I could get a refurbished. And look, I'm not anti-refurbished. Matter of fact, I'm very much pro refurbished. I like new stuff, but I don't have no problem with. I'm big on the scratch and dent section. I'm big on the returns. I'm big on clearance items, and I'm big on refurbished. Because if it's factory refurbished, it's just as good as your new one. Something was wrong with it. They returned it. Whatever was wrong with it, they fixed it. And now they selling it deeply discounted. So I'm getting the same product you getting. I'm just saving $600-$700 on it. It's a family in Evendale Walmart. All right. Somebody said that's petty. I don't know. You're talking about asking for the dollar. Where you say you're gonna be, I'm gonna offer you $20. Let me see. My plan hasn't been that low since 2001. I'm on Visible. So, and Visible is they run on the Verizon network, and it's me, my daughter, and my wife. Me, my daughter, and my wife. And if I had one more person, then we would all pay $25 a month for unlimited. But since it's only the three of us, we pay $30 a month unlimited. You just got to have your own phone. I would also sell the old one for 25 or 50 bucks. I always keep my old ones. I don't know why, because I don't do nothing with them. I got like 4 old phones. One of them is is it a Samsung or an LG before I made the switch to Apple. And then I got like 1, 2, 3 iPhones. And then this one will be added to the list. I never sell my old phones. I don't know why. Because people do buy them. You already saving thousands with that AOL internet. No, I was going to make the call yesterday, but when I got off, it was daggone near 5 o'clock anyway. And I ended up not doing it. I got a little into something else. But if I go with I'm on Spectrum. And on Spectrum, I have internet. I have like one of the mid-tier streaming cable packages or something like that. And something else. Either way, for what I'm spending for the services that I get through Spectrum, I can go with Alta Fiber, get their highest tier internet and their basic cable service. Well, not their basic cable, like their mid tier, I guess I would call it, cable service with all the channels I need. I already looked into it and end up paying less money than I pay right now with Spectrum. So I would have more channels and blazing fast internet and paid less money. So I'm definitely making that move. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Check out Metro PCS by T-Mobile. They have a $40 unlimited plan with 5G. 5G, I don't know 5G. Again, I'm not on my phone on the internet and all that stuff like that. So I would just be spending an additional $10 a month for 5G that actually I believe Visible, because they're on Verizon, I believe I'm also have access to 5G, but of course this phone does not have 5G. So that wouldn't benefit me at all, Brent. I would just be spending more money for nothing. You big on Facebook Marketplace? No, I've never bought anything on Facebook Marketplace. Huh?
Someone text you.
Let me see. Hold on. Somebody did text me. Hold on. Let me look at this text.
That wasn't my dad. That wasn't my daddy.
No, that was not your daddy.
It wasn't my mommy too.
Hold on. Okay. Hey, that mean my gas tank came. All right, you can go back to what you was doing. But yeah, my gas tank came. What was I saying? Before I was distracted. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, Facebook Marketplace. No, I've never been on there and seen anything good. You cheap as hell. I don't know. I mean, sorta, but not really. Sorta, but not really. Quit being cheap. Treat yourself to a $1,200 phone. Treat myself to a $1,200 phone that I can get. Oh, all right. You can move. You can go ahead. You want to sit there? Yeah, all right. But why? When I can get the.
I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? Okay, well, go get something to drink. What you want?
The blue Gatorade.
Then go ask Mommy D for the blue Gatorade. Tell her I said you can have some.
Okay.
All right.
So hold this because the charger's gonna fall.
Just sit it down. It'll be all right. All right, go ahead. All right. But yeah, why spend an extra $800 for nothing? Mary says she got 4 phones on her unlimited 5G. She pay $100 a month. Metro by T-Mobile. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It would be the same here if I got an additional person. She's sitting on your lap. Well, she was actually standing. Initially, she was sitting on my lap and wouldn't move. Then she got tired of that, and then she moved over here. Now she's going to get something to drink. Raz Freeman said he got a side hustle for me. Let me see. I accepted an offer from another company after 5.5 years, but now I got to pay for a phone. Yeah, you got to have a phone. You got to have your phone. I don't know. What service giving 3 phone plans for $30 a month? No, you got to have your own phone. You got to have your own phone. But if you got your own phone, then you're going Visible. $30 a month, unlimited. And you can use your Like I use my hotspot on my phone because some of them plans you got to pay extra to be able to use your phone as a hotspot. But I don't do that. I don't do that. Brenda says, little baby need a phone. She got a phone. Actually, I think she got two. She has a phone at her daddy's house and she has a phone at her mama's house. And they just make her leave it at the house. So when she comes here, she just want to play with my phone. But she actually has two phones, both of which are more up to date than mine. Both of which are more up to date than mine. I have Spectrum internet and mobile. Good service. Okay. Jason says, nah, stick to Cincinnati Bell internet, which is Alta Fiber. That's Cincinnati Bell switch to Alta Fiber. That's what I'm saying. If I get Cincinnati Bell, I can go with their highest tier, the 1 gig speed, and get cable and still be paying less than I'm paying right now with Spectrum. And I have Hulu and all of the other things. I just got access to Stars. I can't say how, but I just got access to Stars too, even though I don't know anything that comes on Stars. So, but I'll look through it. Keisha says she got Alta Fiber and she loves it. All right. Michelle switched from Spectrum to Alta Fiber, 1 gig last year. Best move ever. I'm gonna do it. Oh, you gotta watch my life, baby. Gotta watch my lights. I know it's an accident. Oh, that's good. Well, kind of pointed more in that direction, but yeah, that's good. Oh, the little baby just walking into the light. What's the name of the bidding site that I use? For you're talking about Bid FTA or are you talking about Copart? For car stuff, it's Copart. For other stuff, it's Bid FTA. You need to get a Fire Stick and stop the cable bill. I got a Fire. Well, I actually have Fire TV. Before the Fire Stick came out, they had an actual box, Amazon Fire TV. And I have that. I don't use that no more. Number one, because it's, it's kind of not legal to watch all of that stuff. That's not legal. And I stopped using it really because I was on the air and people were getting mad at stuff I was saying. Some people, police officers and stuff like that I perceived, they could start monitoring me. And the last thing I want to do was go to jail for watching some TV show. He's facing federal charges of pirating network TV shows. No. We just put the Fire TV away and I went on ahead and got cable. And then I do all of the subscription services. Some clowns can't help with trying to keep up with the Joneses and be sitting around unhappy. Oh, there's that. Blue Gatorade, yeah. I'm way behind on these comments. I'm sorry. But yeah, she over there drinking Blue Gatorade. Is she okay? Yeah, she okay. My lights are okay too. Even, she was just fine. She bumped the light fell. She didn't budge. What's going on in the studio? The little baby was knocking my lights over, but she fine now. Mrs. Livingston came and fixed everything. January 6 hearings are on. I am going to check that out. I'm going to check out the January 6 hearings. Y'all know I miss a lot of it being here doing this. So I miss a lot of the January 6 hearings. But I want to hear this lady that they got testifying today. Does anyone know of someone going to jail for a fire stick? I don't know of anybody going to jail for a fire stick, but I don't want to be the first one because I said something about the police that they didn't like, and then they called somebody and they like monitor him because he's got a VPN. I don't believe in VPN really do anything. You got your VPN, but I don't really believe. Like, you really believe that you put a VPN on your system and the government can't figure out what you're doing on the internet? I don't believe that. They would not allow a system like that they could not still figure out what you're doing. So I didn't want to be the person who ended up going to jail for, how embarrassing that would be? You know how embarrassing that would be? Not only just embarrassing, but I'm sitting in jail, probably in max security federal prison somewhere, and they asking me what you in for. And I'm like, I was watching Suits on the Fire Stick, and they called me. Hold on, you was doing what? I was watching Suits, because that was when I was still watching Suits at the time, because I didn't have cable, so I watched all my stuff on the Fire Stick. And Suits was a show that came on USA. And now I'm in jail, max security, because I done made some police officer mad. Max security for watching Suits. No, I was like, I will not be the first person to go to jail for watching Suits. Not gonna be me. The Pink comes on Stars. I don't know what that is, but of course I don't have Stars. Once you buy the Fire Stick, you can do what you want with it. True. But while it's not illegal to download some of the programs that you download to watch TV. But it's illegal to actually watch them. You technically, when you do that, you are pirating. And it is technically against the law. You can download the programs. You can even download, because some of the stuff you can download and some stuff you can watch. I always prefer to download because that made the watching a lot smoother, because I didn't have that 1 gig Ultra Fiber. So it made the watching much smoother. I was good even downloading it. It's the watching it. That's my understanding from somebody that I talked to. And you can do all this stuff, but when you watch it, you're pirating that stuff. And technically it's illegal. So you can do what you want to do with the Fire Stick. But once you start watching stuff, then it's illegal. Most people don't have to worry about it. But I felt like I was making some people mad. And I only felt that way because people were telling me certain stuff. Like, the police department this and the police department that. Certain people in the police department don't like certain things that you're saying. And I was like, that ain't good. So I had to tell everybody, Mrs. Livingston and my daughter, like, hey, people like to go after people's people. So like, hey, just make sure you got insurance when you're driving. And my daughter, make sure everything is in order in case you ever get pulled over. Nat says, VPN gives you a secure encrypted connection, bro. Look, you can believe that if you want to. Now, I believe that it might help from, somewhere, somehow, but you can't convince me that if the FBI want to know what I'm doing on the internet, they can't get around my VPN. You can't convince me of that. Y'all feel too secure with those VPNs. Hopefully you ain't doing nothing wrong. But y'all feel too secure with those VPNs. I'm telling y'all, If the VPN could stop the government from monitoring people who they want to monitor, the government would outlaw VPNs. They would say this particular piece of equipment or software is not legal to have. That, come on now, that's just reasonable. Let's see. Don't fall for it, bro. I know some guys at work that can find exactly where you are, no matter which VPN service you use. The Suits was a good service. It was. I mean, a good show. You don't know what Pink is? The stripper show Lincoln loves? Okay. You what? What you saying?
I'm done with it.
Okay.
Put it where?
Then put it back over there. Not there. Put it over there.
Okay.
All right. What you want? You weren't telling me that just to tell me you done. What, you want some more?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. But no, I've never heard Lincoln talk about Pink. And in my mind, if it's a show that Lincoln likes, it's some gay stuff going on. Lincoln loves homosexuality. So in my mind, if it's a show that Lincoln likes, it's some gay stuff going on. It's against the law to download the stuff. It's not against the law to watch it. I'm not sure about that. But I might have had it backwards. Either way, you technically doing something illegal. Either way. You own it if you downloaded it. You're just taking a look. If you're just watching it, you have it backwards. Okay. All right. I might have it backwards. You can download it as long as you don't sell it for cash. Brenda, let's hope they don't ever decide to take a look at you, because that's not true. That's not true. Dead fish in your mailbox too? No. Stop being scaredy, man. That's easy for you to say. There's something to when a law enforcement official tells you that there are law enforcement officials that don't like the stuff you're saying and that they want to do something about it. That make you think twice, like, what? Huh? What? I'm just saying, sharing my opinions. What do you mean they want to do something about it? So yeah, that kind of changes things for you. You might do things a little differently, or at least I did. You can download any content. It's against the law to share copyrighted content without consent of the owner. So hold on. So let me make sure I understand it. So if I get one of these services and I download, I don't know, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness without paying for it, I'm perfectly fine and legal. That's what you're saying. I can't share it with nobody, but I can download illegal stuff all day. That's what you're saying. Because that's not when what Napster and LimeWire was up and running, and those were all sharing services. They came after people, some of them for sharing, but they also came after people just for downloading. Because they said, you didn't pay for this. You downloaded this music that you didn't have a right to. And they came after people with heavy fines. Of course, they did it just to prove a point. But yeah, they did. So maybe I got it wrong. Brenda says you can download, you just can't do it for profit. Look into what they did with them people on LimeWire and Napster. They did it just to make a point of, to make an example of them. But yeah, they came after them. Brenda Harris, right. I better be able to watch every channel in the world for $300. Let's see. The person you got the content from holds the liability of the download. They face the fines. All right. I'm going to look into it. You know, I kind of trust you, but I can't take your word for it when it comes to my freedom. I can't take your word for it. Napster and LimeWire was sharing content, which is illegal. But they also went after the people who went after a few people who downloaded content from there. They went after a few people who downloaded content. They shut Napster and LimeWire down and all that stuff, but they went after a few people who downloaded content. Not sharing, just downloaded. I remember it being the case. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. I got to stop. And I got to say this. I went back and I looked. And the vaccine, the first shot of the vaccine was administered December 14th, 2020. And I could not find where any cities, states, or companies or facilities pre-Joe Biden taking office had said, in order to use these services, in order to come into my restaurant, in order to fly on my plane, in order to whatever, you have to show proof of vaccination. Now, that don't mean that didn't happen, but I can't find it. So in light of the fact that I can't find it, and I told y'all I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. It appears, as far as I can tell right now, that I was wrong. That I was exceptionally mistaken, and there's that. I was wrong. So I had to do that just because, you know, I'm an honorable dude. And I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. And apparently, I was wrong. So I'm admitting that I was wrong. I just believe you have to do that in order to be honorable. Brenda says, I listen to a show and the host encourages download. Well, that don't necessarily mean it's okay. That don't necessarily mean it's okay. A lot of people encourage illegal activity. A lot of people encourage illegal activity. Those two websites burned up millions of computers with spam. I know a few family members that had to buy new computers. Why would you have to buy new computers? All you really had to do was restore your computer, the computer that you had. You wipe everything and you just restore it like new. You lose everything that's on it. But if you throwing away the old one and buying a new one, you're losing everything that's on it anyway. Just because you got viruses and stuff, that don't mean you got to throw your stuff away. You just wipe everything. You do a complete restore and it gets rid of everything. So they didn't have to buy a new computer. They chose to buy a new computer, maybe because they didn't understand that they could restore it. But yeah, it is what it is. It's his show, and he says, "Don't forget to download." Well, that's different.
Your phone is.
We're not. Huh?
Your phone is on 30%.
My phone is on 30%.
No.
What'd you say?
It's on 50%.
It's on 53%. Well, that's why you got it plugged in, charging, right? Mm-hmm. All right. You're trying to mock me about my phone. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Little baby look like she waiting on you to get started on that transmission. She don't know nothing about that transmission, but she know about that motorcycle. You helping me with the motorcycle, right? You ain't gonna talk now. How you gonna be shy? How you gonna be talking in 1 second and then the next second you can't talk? No. You seen my motorcycle, right? You know I got the gas tank today. You see the gas tank? No, you haven't, because I didn't even pick it up. But it's on the porch. Yes, the motorcycle. You know what a moped is? No. You know what a motorcycle is? You don't know what a motorcycle is either? Oh, well then I can just call it a moped then, even though you keep calling it a motorcycle. She called it the motorcycle. I just be trying to help her understand what it is that we're talking about. It's not a scooter. It's actually just a moped. It's a step below a scooter. It's a step below a scooter. I didn't buy one. My mother-in-law said, I got a moped. It's been sitting in storage for what they think they told me like 24 years or something like that. And she was like, if you want it, you can. And I was like, sure. And so she brought it to me. Well, I went and picked it up. I went and helped her load it onto the truck. And then she drove the truck and then I unloaded it. But yeah, I got a moped. And yes, it is a moped. He told the little baby he got a motorcycle with pedals. No, I showed her the bike. I don't know that you can argue that it's a bike. And she said, oh, the motorcycle. I said a moped. And she kept saying motorcycle. So now it's a motorcycle. So it's a 1995 Targa LX. Tomos Targa LX. It's a nice little moped. It's a nice little moped. Why y'all hating on my moped? Why y'all hating on my moped? That's a classic. It's not a, well, maybe it is. It's just a moped, and I will use it and I will ride it. I got a Kawasaki 360 you can have. No key, no title, looks good, probably runs, been in the garage 10 plus years. What is a Kawasaki 360? See, I don't have a motorcycle endorsement. That's the issue. I don't have a motorcycle endorsement. If I had a motorcycle endorsement, I'm gonna go get a motorcycle, a cheap motorcycle, because I don't need no big, for what I'm doing. I don't need nothing big and fancy. Where you going? Oh, you dropped the phone. The Tomos Targa LX looks like one of those little motorcycles I see young dudes riding around on in Miami. It's not a bad looking little bike. The adults know it's a moped and the baby thinks it's a motorcycle. I don't have no problem. Y'all can clown me if y'all want to clown me. I have zero problem with my moped. And when I get it running, hold on, let me see. See if I can put a picture of this bike. Since mine is the black one, this one, no, because that one don't have the mag wheels. I'm trying to get a good shot of it. Mine is, let me see. See, that's mine. is this. Oh no. See, that's it. Let me see if I can I shoot it over here just to get a picture of it. Hold on. Let's do this. That's my little Tomos Targa. That's a picture of it. Except for mine is black instead of red. So everywhere that's red, mine is black. But other than that, it's the same bike, same wheels, same everything. That's my little, well, no, mine got the little front end piece on it. It's got a little shield in the front or whatever. It's got a little something in the front of it. So that's it. That's it. It's a moped. It's a moped that I will ride around to and from church 3 times a week. Now, I'm going to paint it where it's red. Mine going to be a gray, like that muted gray. And where it's white, that's going to be orange. That's a muted gray, Wyatt. It's a muted gray with orange. Like a burnt, almost like that Texas orange. So it'll be that muted gray with that orange. And that's it. That's it. That's the bike. Like that's the exact model that I have. No big deal. I don't understand why y'all making a big deal about it. It's a moped. Y'all for real ain't never seen a moped. Or at least y'all acting like y'all ain't never seen a moped. Let me see, why am I stuck here? Hold on, let me do this. There we go. It's a, that's not from the 1995 catalog. But even if it is, when I finish it, that's about how it's gonna look. When I finish it, that's about how it's gonna look. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. The gas tank was rusted through, so I had to buy a new gas tank. Because I think when they put it up, they might have still had gas in the tank and just left it there. Just left it there. And that rusted through. It was horrible. No, mute. Hold on. Here's, since y'all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Let me see. The color on these new Hondas. Let's see. I had to. Oh.
If they're not factory certified like this, using Honda genuine parts like these.
Hold on. I don't see the ad. All right. I got to show y'all everything. What am I looking at, little baby? Select 3 of them there. Since y'all can't understand what I'm talking about when I say these kind of muted colors, which I might not be using the best terminology to describe them. Let me minimize that. And then I gotta go over here. See, I'm going through all of this just to show y'all. Like that color gray. It has no flake in it or anything like that. It's just kind of, and it's a very muted color. It's a very muted color. But that is the kind of the color gray that I'm talking about with that same finish. See, it's not matte, but it's not. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of the color. Even though that's a little lighter than what I want. But y'all, hopefully y'all kind of get the point. Hopefully y'all get the point. I would call that a dirty gray. Okay, if you want to call that a dirty gray. I mean, it's just one of the colors. It's these new colors that they're painting these cars. The new colors that they're painting these cars. You should buy 2 more and duct tape all 3 of them together. I didn't buy the first one. I didn't buy the first one. So let me see. So dingy gray, or just say primer gray. When I say primer gray, which is what I initially said yesterday, everybody was like, what? Huh? What? And I'm like, but that's what I would call it, like a primer gray. But that seemed to confuse everybody. So I start saying it was like it's a gray, but it's like a muted color. But yeah, initially, I would say it's like a primer gray. And that's the color that the car is going to be. Or the car. That's the color that the moped is going to be. Yeah, they do have a few of them over there at the Honda, Superior Honda over there on Mitchell and Spring Grove. Maybe it's a matte gray. But when I said a matte gray, then people thought it wouldn't have any shine to it. And I'm like, you put the clear coat on it. And they like, well, if you put clear coat on it, then it's not matte gray, because matte is not shiny. So what car? I changed it. I corrected myself. The moped. Flat or matte gray. When I said that yesterday, and then I told you, Wyatt, yes, like a flat or a matte gray, and then you put clear coat on it, you were like, well, if you do that, then it's not flat or it's not matte. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So it was difficult, which is why I came up with a muted gray, because everything I said was throwing everybody off. And I'm like, for me, I would have just said it was like a primer gray with clear coat on it, because that's what it looks like to me. But again, that threw everybody, right? That exactly, LaDonna, but that threw everybody off. It threw everybody off, which is why I start saying a muted gray. That's why I start saying a muted gray. And apparently that throws people off too. What is muted? Wyatt, what is muted? I don't know what that means. So I had to show y'all what I'm talking about. Clear coat isn't a color. Right. That's why I said it was like a primer gray with a clear coat on it. The clear coat makes it shiny. The clear coat is what makes the car shiny. And so you take a primer gray colored paint, you paint it, and you put clear coat on it. Now your I keep saying car because I'm thinking car. Your, in my case, moped is a primer color, but it's got a shine on it. But it's got a shine on it. Matte gray is the color of the carpet on at the Pink on P Valley. Okay, I'm not. All right. I've not watched the show, so I don't know. See how it's still throwing people off? So it's not primer gray once you enhance it. The color is still the color of primer. Clear coat protects the paint. And it adds a shine. Yes. Yes. People clear coat the powder coat. People do clear coat powder coat. I will put a picture of it up. I will have a before and after picture of it. And that'll be that. You're proud of that score, ain't you? That's a good score. That's a good score. Are you kin to Big Frida? I don't know who Big Frida is. I mean, I'm aware of the artist, but I don't know her to know if I'm related to her. I don't think I am. How P Valley make it in this conversation? Jerika keep bringing it up. I don't know why she keep bringing it up, but Jerika keep bringing it up. Anybody watching the hearings? Anybody watching the hearings? Does anybody believe that these hearings are actually gonna anything is gonna come of them? Does anybody think anything's gonna come of them? I don't. I don't think anything is gonna come of these hearings whatsoever. I think they could. But I don't think they will. Who's the special witness? I don't remember her name, but she was like the assistant to, is it Mark Meadows? Who was when he was the chief of staff at that particular time? He was the White House chief of staff. Who is Jerika? That's what Lincoln Ware calls Jerica every time he sees her name. For whatever reason, he always says Jerika. So she talking about Lincoln Ware stuff, homosexuality and stuff. So I wanted to feel at home. So she giving blow by blow. Oh, that sounds like some good stuff that I should be watching. But don't we all know what happened. We all know. Everybody watching this right now, you know Donald Trump had something to do with all of that. They planned it. They lost the election. They decided we will just say we didn't lose. Because a lot of people believe if you just repeat a lie over and over and over, people believe the lie. So we will just say we didn't lose. There'll be enough of these fanatical people to believe us. And we can get them to do whatever we want them to do. And we'll try to get all of these other people, once we've kind of riled all these people up, we'll use them as a threat. Like, if you don't do what we want you to do, then we'll say that you support the Democrats, and then somebody will run against you and you will lose your position. So just overturn this election and then everybody will be happy. But enough people said, no, we're not going to overturn this election. And they said, all right, we try to be nice. We try to warn y'all, but now we're going to have to come for y'all. And we're going to mobilize these people to, I don't know if they really believed that sending or encouraging these people to attack the Capitol was actually going to accomplish something. I really think that was just a Donald Trump ego thing. Like, yeah, all these people going hard for me. They going hard for me. They're attacking the Capitol for me. They love me. They love me. You know what I'm saying? I think that was what that was. But that's what happened. That's what happened. And what they trying to get into the minutia of, well, who said what? And who did what? And who threatened who? Or who tried to coerce who? Or who this or who that? It all starts at Donald Trump. because Donald Trump didn't want to lose. Donald Trump didn't want to lose. And once he lost, he thought, I'm the president. And as the president, I basically have ultimate authority in this country. So I can get rid of Attorney General if I want to and put in a new Attorney General who would say this election is not valid. I can strong arm these governors. They just governors. I'm the president. I can do that. He really believed that he was the ultimate authority and that where his authority didn't extend, his influence would. And the influence of, as Janice called them, his influence over these sheeple. He's influence over these sheeple. So he thought if I get them to attack the Capitol, they'll see that they ain't playing no games. Plus, they're attacking the Capitol for me. They love me. And like Janice said, these people are totally bought in. They are totally bought in. Like at this point, and I'm telling you that at this point, do y'all ever watch what's his name? Jordan Klepper. Jordan Klepper, he does the stuff on the Daily Show where he goes out to the Trump rallies and he talks to these people. And he just simply combats them with logic, and they reject all logic. And since these hearings have started, he's been approaching them with testimony from these hearings, and they reject that. And even when on one of them, when he said, what's the daughter's name? Ivanka. And she was saying that she believed the Attorney General's name, Barr. She believed William Barr, that Donald Trump lost. He had those clips and he showed them to people. He showed William Barr saying Donald Trump lost the election. And they were like, oh no, he's just he's a part of the machine and he's blah, blah, blah. And it's a witch hunt and so on and so forth. And then he said, but it would be different if Donald Trump or somebody in his family said that that William Barr was telling the truth. Then you'd have to believe that, right? And they're like, yeah, they would never say that. And then he played Ivanka Trump saying, well, I believe William Barr. We lost the election. And then they're like, I don't even think that's really Ivanka Trump. That's like a double. They got a double to say that. And then some people was like, oh, so they bought her off now. They bought her off now. Like, you can combat them with all the information. Donald Trump could come out tomorrow and say, hey, look, listen, here's the truth. I lost the election, y'all. I didn't want to lose, so I tried to do some stuff. But I really did lose. Joe Biden won. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that's a fake Donald Trump. Oh, they threatened his life. Now we've really got to rally around Donald Trump because they've done, like, there is nothing that anybody could say to convince some of these people, that Donald Trump lost, because he's told them that he didn't. And that's all it took. That is all it took. Good afternoon. Ema, I'm sure you meant E-Man. And First Lady, love your sweatshirt that you have on, Phyllis. Oh, well, it's not actually a sweatshirt. It's just a long sleeve shirt. And believe it or not, that is green. The color in there where it's gray. Right, hold on, I have to show up here. Where this gray is, that's actually green. But because I'm doing green screen, it disappears and turns into gray, because it's the same color green just about as the green screen. It's a weird little process. But yeah, it's about the same color as the green screen. So And I didn't even think about it when I put the shirt on. I was just wearing the shirt. And then I was like, oh, let me go down and do the show. And I didn't notice it till a few minutes ago. Like, my green is gray. Not that anybody even asked for that. Y'all treat Trump like the boogeyman. Bet you won't cut the lights off. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But come on, the dude lied. He lost. He lost. Ben, he lost. That's not the boogeyman. Him lying and trying to and convincing all of these people to believe that he didn't lose and all that kind of stuff. Sure, that's a little more on the evil side. But Ben, he lost the election, bruh. He lost. That's a fact. And then he engineered all of this other stuff by way of lying and threatening and trying to coerce and all of that kind of stuff. That's just the truth. That's not him being the boogeyman. That's just us telling the truth. That's just us telling the truth. And I don't have a problem with telling the truth. Now what? Because I tell the truth about Trump, you want me to say something bad about Biden? When I'm talking about something bad that Joe Biden did, I'll say something bad about Joe Biden. But in terms of this, Joe Biden wasn't the bad guy. In terms of this, Donald Trump was and is the bad guy. Period. Trump, the first to tell y'all the truth. He said y'all don't look like African Americans to him. All right. Like what's that, a peach and watermelon? I don't know what that means. But okay, again, I didn't really have much to talk about today, as y'all can clearly tell. When I be hanging out with this little baby, when I be hanging out with her, then I don't really be doing a whole lot of other stuff. I just be hanging out with this little baby. I be hanging out, don't be trying to push me. I just be hanging out with the little baby. But I'm about to go watch I'm torn on exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm torn on exactly what I'm gonna do. 1.5 hours and you didn't have much to talk about. What did I really talk about? I didn't really talk about nothing. We just kind of riffed on different stuff. But I'm about to go get, I believe that's my gas tank and my petcock and a few other little things that, according to the text message, FedEx just delivered. So I'm gonna do that. Get that stuff out, make sure everything is fine. I always inspect all my packages when they come. And yeah, I'm gonna watch this little hearing, and then I'll probably get to working on that moped. I'll probably get to working on that moped a little later on. But other than that, hold on, Janice says, we missed our time in history. Back when Trump was a young man, he should have been dealt with like Dan Aykroyd in the movie Changing Places. This would be a better world. Chocolate pudding time for little baby. No, we don't have no chocolate pudding. And she don't want no chocolate pudding. Did you eat? I saw you eating. You ate like a whole roll of Ritz crackers, didn't you? But Mommy D cooked. Why didn't you eat some of what she cooked?
Because I don't like them.
She made sausage and eggs and grits.
I don't like sausages.
You only like crackers. You know that's not normal, right? You're supposed to eat food.
I already ate food at my daddy's house.
What did you eat?
Noodles.
That ain't no.
My daddy has noodles.
Oh my goodness. We gonna get you some real food. We gonna get you some real food and make you eat it. We gonna make you eat it. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all spending a little bit of time with me. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I don't think it was ramen. I doubt that it was ramen. What kind of noodles?
What noodles?
Yeah, what noodles?
I don't know.
She don't know, but it wasn't ramen. Trust me, it wasn't ramen.
Yes, I know.
Hmm?
I said I know.
No, I'm telling you, I know it wasn't ramen. I know it wasn't ramen. I know it wasn't ramen. She said what she said. She ate a whole pack of Ritz crackers. A whole pack of Ritz crackers. Did you eat the whole thing?
No.
You didn't eat the whole thing?
No, I just leave it upstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, she left it upstairs. Well, that's about it, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This is like the 5th time I've said this. Got to get ready to get out of here. There was something else that I meant to mention, but I cannot think of what it was. What?
Nothing.
You said something. But I can't think of what it was. So I guess I'm going to just go ahead and go. Get little baby some vegetables. You want some vegetables?
No,
Why not?
I like vegetables.
Broccoli is delicious.
I don't like it.
You got to eat it sometimes, though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta eat vegetables.
No.
Got to eat vegetables.
No.
Vegetables, they're good for you to make you grow up big and strong. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Do you like graham crackers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, she like graham
I
crackers.
like crackers.
No, graham crackers.
Okay.
They're different than like saltines and Ritz and Townhouse and club crackers. They them brown sweet crackers. You ever had graham crackers?
No.
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 Oh, all right. All right. She say she never had graham crackers. I'm pretty sure she has. I'm pretty sure she has. I don't have no problem making her eat some vegetables. I don't have no problem. If I tell her to eat some vegetables, she gonna eat some vegetables. You can laugh if you want to. You're gonna eat some damn vegetables if I say so. With peanut butter, graham crackers with peanut butter on them.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't like peanut butter.
You do like peanut butter.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's right, because you said you didn't want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You said you just want jelly. What you got against peanut butter?
I don't like peanut butter.
It's delicious. It's delicious. Oh, I am. Yeah, she is. She don't want to deal with me at all, but oh well. We about to go upstairs and that phone is going with me. And then she gonna be sweating me. She gonna be sweating me, and I'm gonna be telling her, gone. But all right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, look, The day is not over. I hope something amazing happens in your life today. I'm out, y'all. Peace.